All right, this week on Prof and Dev Play Games, we are talking to each other about games that we think might be on our Game of the Year shortlist. Stay tuned. All right, my friends, believe it or not, this is episode 500 of Prof and Dev Play Games. We have been recording this podcast since October of 2015, and we are now in 2025. 10 years, 500 episodes, plus a few more bonus episodes. So it's really a little more than that, but 500. Over there's Anthony.
Now.
We are, yeah, exactly. Your kids are teenagers. My kids not, but getting older. Episode 500. Over there's Anthony the Dev, of course. I'm Larry the Professor. Damn, man. 10 years of this.
I know. You mentioned that 1 week from today, and my daughter will be 13.
Holy shit, man.
Yep.
Two teenagers.
Yep.
Oh, my God. That's crazy.
It is crazy. Like, holy crap. Yeah. But 10 years of talking about games. Crazy.
Yeah, what a great hobby.
We do need to do an episode at some point that is our top 10 games while we've done this podcast.
Ooh, goddamn. If we had thought about that ahead of time, that would have been
thought of
a
it
really
right
good
now.
episode for this one.
That's why I'm a designer. I think about it, and then it's like, oh, wait, that's late. I can't do that right now.
That's our podcast. 10 years of night of. What are we talking about tonight? But this has been a good year for games. 25
this one's been pretty good.
Unexpectedly good. And I don't know if it's because GTA 5 got out of the way and everyone said we got to dump things into this year, or it's just a confluence.
Just aligned that way.
Yeah, man.
To be honest.
Crazy good. And especially for indies. Oof, this has been quite an indie year.
Yeah, it's been huge in that way. I mean, we've gotten some big AAA stuff, but the indie scene has been just on fire this year. Not that it's, I'm now looking back at all the indie games because I'm doing IGF judging right now.
Sure.
And it's games for this past year plus some extras, but I'm just like, man, there was a lot of stuff released this year. A lot of just crazy indies. And that's been fun to kind of to go back and play some of the stuff that I hadn't played. And, it's really neat. I don't know. How do you want to start this off? Like, do we want to go just pick games we want? Do we want to start in like January, like stuff that came out then?
Ooh, so I've got our fantasy critic up. So I think most of the games that I want to talk about are on those lists, but they're not arranged by month. So
that's true. I can kind of remember when certain things came out, so it's fine. But yeah, I'll use our fantasy critics as well because most stuff's on there. I think between the two of us.
Yeah, I think so. A lot of the stuff that I'm excited about is on your list, in fact.
Yeah, but when I think about like earliest thing, like Blueprints is probably one of the earliest ones. That was April. When was
Blueprints?
Claire Obscure was like the week after.
Yeah, they were right in a row. Split Fiction came out February, I think.
March.
March. Okay, March.
That was quite a good Q1. Holy cow! Q1, beginning of Q2. Throw
Monster Hunter Wilds in there.
Yeah,
some people, have fallen off of that.
That was February. Yep, late February. Holy cow! I think all those deserve to be in consideration for Game of the Year. They're all very, very good. I
think
I've softened on Claire Obscure some. I like it.
Yeah.
I especially like the music. The music has stuck with me. But gameplay wise has not stuck with me. I like the story and the characters and the music. I like everything but the gameplay.
Yeah, I think the story stuck with me. I still liked it, the gameplay, not as much. I liked it way more than you did. But the story is the thing that just has continued to stick with me. But I thought walking out of there, it was like a easy, number one or number two, but I don't think it's up there at this point.
I think it's on my top 5 still.
Yeah, me too. I think it's somewhere up there.
It might be 5, but it was a really good experience. And
yep.
the gameplay. I guess the only time the gameplay clicked for me was when I became stupid powerful at the end, because that just felt fun in that system. It took away the slog of it. It's like, okay, my characters are just dumb now. I'm gonna one shot just all these insane bosses.
Yeah, towards the end when you get those pictos and things, it just really
you're like, okay.
I really liked the timing aspect of it. I've liked it in a lot of the recent RPGs that I played, where obviously Mario RPG is, I think, maybe where it originated, but that action time whatever thing. But the timing was early for me because I turned it on to that lowest setting, so it had a little bit more window. It wasn't a huge amount of a bigger window, but I just liked how the enemies evolved over time, so it really was a different timing. But it's sort of, the tells were a little difficult, but I don't know, I liked it. A couple more to throw on the pile. Silk Song I would throw onto the pile. If I had played it, I probably would throw Shinobi on there. Maybe I'll pick up Shinobi before the end of the year. I think that's one of my jams, I would say. Donkey Kong Bonanza, I really enjoyed. I still haven't beaten it, but I'm just slow rolling that one. And then obviously Hades 2. I've got to throw that one in there. I've got to throw in Final Fantasy Tactics, obviously, and then a new one recently, Absalom, which is a beat 'em up, which I really like beat 'em ups, but it's a beat 'em up with Hades like progression.
That's cool.
Runs, roguelike runs. So roguelite runs, I mean. So yeah. And then we've got a couple more coming up. Age of Imprisonment, I think, has a chance to be just a really fun game for my family, and that is might be in the conversation for us. And then for you, maybe Metroid Prime 4.
Gotta figure out how I'm gonna play Prime 4. I mean, I could get it on Switch and play it on Switch. I'm not getting a Switch 2 right now. That's just not
play it on Switch 1.
I don't know. I might just have to wait on it and just be like, hey, this is when I get a Switch 2, I'll get this game. I'm waiting for reviews. I want to see how big of a difference Switch 1 versus Switch 2 is with it. And if like Switch 2 is just they're like, no, it's just much better on Switch 2, like just performance wise, just makes it so much better, then I'll just wait until I'm in a financial place to get a Switch 2. After paying back all that septic system money to ourselves, basically. I love being in a place where I don't have to like put all that in like any kind of the home equity loans or anything like that, but I still must be responsible and pay back our emergency fund before splurging on fun things like that. So
especially if you can play on Switch without too much of a compromise.
That's my hope. My hope is that it'll be fine, and then I wonder if it'll just offer like a similar upgrade to Switch 2 when I eventually get it.
Probably the $10 upgrade or whatever.
But it is a Switch game, so why not?
I mean, they designed it for Switch, so it's maybe one of the last hurrahs for Switch. What about Ghost Yote? You put some time into
I've only briefly put a little bit into it. I'm gonna probably spend that's probably my like Thanksgiving game, I'll be honest, at this point. Just because I have to do I have to play a bunch of little indie games for the judging, so I'll push Yote off a bit. Tactics is probably up there for me still. I don't know if I should or not. I'm like, Evil East Chronicles is an incredibly good version of the game, in my opinion. So why not? It's probably on my list. It's already one of my favorite games of all time, and they didn't screw it up though.
Right.
And they could have screwed it up.
Well, I think the thing that stands it up is that I played it for the first time, and it's one of my favorite games. And it's like, okay, well, it's hard to like ignore that as a new release for you.
And it's true, and like I kind of was joking about it, but there are so many ways they could have remade that game and just done a poor version of it. There was no guarantee that they were going to come out the other side with something that stood toe to toe with the original.
Exactly.
They could have screwed with the art style pretty drastically. I mean, we heard that they were trying to at PAX, Minagawa was talking, and just like there was some talk about what are we doing with the art for when we're adapting it? Are we going to try to like change it drastically or anything? Or maybe it was just interviews these talked about, and they decided to stay as true as they could to the original, with making it work on a 4K display and everything.
Right.
But doesn't mean they had to. They could have gone wild there. They could have decided that they wanted to rebalance all the jobs or do a bunch of adjusting, and Mayhiro was like, absolutely not. I'm a fan of the original, and it needs to be exactly the same as the original in that regard. If anything, if its stuff's weak, let's balance it so the weak stuff is less weak. But if it's
make it a little more fun.
Over like something is just stupidly broken, whatever, it's still stupidly broken. That's okay. Like they made Cloud better, just straight up better.
He doesn't come in at level 1. Comes at your.
He doesn't come into level 1. I think he comes with his sword already, so he's useful. He's just useful. And I have to go in. I think people have done some stat stuff, and he just has better stats overall. He just grows with the levels he's come in with as his soldier or ex-soldier job. The stat scaling was a little bit better, so he's just a better character for people to use. But that was just like, hey, this thing kind of underwhelmed in the original. Let's fix that. And that's really the only approach that they took, was like, underwhelming, adjust that. I guess they did make teleport cost like 3,000 JP, which was the correct choice.
Yeah, I never even got teleport. So
there are certain skills that were like clearly undercosted in the first game. We're like, well, yeah, every character wants that, and it's cheap. Let's do it. Now they made it expensive. So, but yeah, that's good. I mean, I did mention Blueprints. It's gonna be in there in top 5. That was such a fun time.
That one has stuck with me as, for a long time it was my number 1, and I kind of still think it is. I kind of have waned against Final Fantasy Tactics, and I love Tactics, but Blueprints was such a great experience, plus something very unique. Like with Tactics, like it's great. It's got a great story. I played Tactics games before, so some of it wasn't new, although most of it was to me. But Blueprints was just this very unique idea of these tiles that connect these rooms, and like the mystery of getting how you get to the end, and then if you get to the end, then how you really get to the end, and then once you really get to the end and roll credits, then you're really not even at the end anyways.
There's so many layers to that game. So many layers.
I will be shocked if that's not my number 1. Just
it's really good.
And
I saw that its Open Critic average ticked up to 90.
Yeah, it's up to 90 now. Yep. Exactly.
Which I was like, who reviewed this that got it up to 90?
Yeah,
at this
what
point?
reviews are coming in? As the reviews for Pokemon Legends ZA come in, it gets getting lower and lower and lower. It's like, oh man.
Yeah, that's not going to be on my list.
Oh no.
But yeah, it's hitting where I expect, around an 80.
Yeah,
average is But yeah, Blueprints was such a unique concept of, hey, we like this roguelite genre. How do we do that? How do we apply that to a puzzle game? No combat. Like, it's just puzzle solving. Layers upon layers upon layers of puzzle solving.
Yep. Secrets under secrets under secrets.
Secrets under secrets. Yep. And how does that feel whenever you, because of the rogue-like elements, you know a solution to a problem, but you don't just get to go solve the problem. You then need to make sure that your run gets you the things you need to solve the problem, which is a whole nother challenge point. And I get some people don't. That's the point where certain people dislike the game, because they just want to solve the puzzle. But I'm like, no, the fun of it is getting to that point. And usually while you're trying to shape your run to get the pieces to fall in place to solve the puzzle, you find more puzzles.
Yes, other stuff. I think the early advice I got was like, no run is wasted. Even if you didn't get very far, you learned something that applies to the next run. And it just felt like people have said this phrase before, but a Metroid Brainia. Like it really is just like a learn new things to have a better run the next time.
Yeah, I have a feeling if that term sticks, this will be probably like the game pointed to the most, of being like, no, that's what this genre is. Oh man, that was really good. Maybe I should just wipe my save and start again. That could be fun.
Yeah, I keep thinking about going back to that and pushing further, but I've seen a lot of the YouTube videos of what happens next, and it's like, okay, that's some real complex shit.
Yeah.
I think I'm content with my experience.
Yes.
One game that I need to push further into is Silksong.
Sure.
Once COVID hit, my daughter would not let me take the Switch 2 with me, so I had my Switch with me, and Switch 2 is where Silksong is, so I stopped.
Yeah.
And I came back to it a couple days ago, and I was like, oh man, this is still so good. This boss that I'm playing that was so hard. For some reason, all that time away, I'm just like, oh, I see the patterns. This is easy. I still haven't beaten it yet, but I've gotten so close, and I was like, okay, I can see through this matrix here. But I think there's some criticism of it, which I think is right, that like some of it's just like obscenely hard, but some of I don't know. I think it just depends on the person. Like there's the Hunter's March, which was where I was so frustrated early on, and they were like, oh, wait till you get to, I can't remember the name of the place, but I got to whatever that place was, and I was like, this place is easy. This place is awesome. It was all like super challenging platforming. I was like, great, I can do that. Like this is no problem. And I really enjoyed how hard that was. So I think some of the sickos who really enjoy how hard the combat is for the bosses are having that same experience. Whereas for me, it's the platforming, like the just deeply challenging platforming, like insanely challenging platforming. It's just like where I'm just in love with this game. I don't know where it's going to shake out, if it even will hit my top 5. I got to keep playing to see if that feeling lasts. But I put 20 hours into it already, and it's just like this is maybe a little too hard, maybe a little too much over the original Hollow Knight. I think people have speculated they tuned it with a bunch of people who are testing it, who were just like, played the shit out of Hollow Knight and just got really good at it, and just like making it hard for them maybe wasn't the right approach. But
do not balance to your testers and QA department ever.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Ever.
They're way too good at the shit.
Yes, they are. And while dealing with QA every day, and I love them, but being like, you did what? How? Why? That you got all this stuff that quick? How?
Yeah.
I mean, that's why. And then I'm like, okay, time to adjust things a little bit. But yeah, using them as like your true balancing point, not at all. Yeah, maybe they did. Who knows? That's the thing. Team Cherry. Team Cherry has been incredibly quiet. They don't talk about any of that stuff.
Exactly. It's all speculation.
Yeah.
Another game for me is Donkey Kong Bonanza. It's the Odyssey team making a Donkey Kong platformer where you can just break everything, and it's on the easy side. So I think that's the hard part about the game, is where it's kind of the same stuff over and over again. It doesn't get super challenging, but it's just got so much charm and so much hidden shit. It's just really fun. So it's just fun. Super Nintendo fun.
Yeah. I envy them for their voxel technology.
Oh God, it's really good.
It is really good. I'm like, come on, guys. Nintendo, why are you doing this? Doing my genre, my mechanic. Yep, exactly. Kind of. Not really. But still, Deformable Worlds and everything. They're so good. Right. One for me that's gonna probably be in there, and it's like my black horse kind of thing, is Promise Mascot Agency.
Oh, interesting.
This game has just stuck with me. It's so ridiculous. The writing is really good. Like, really, the characters have stuck with me, and just like, it's absurd premise, but it's well written, so the insanity of characters kind of works, and it's just like, oh yeah, that was really fun. And even one of the main devs on it has said, like, they set out to make a 7 out of 10 PS2 era game, and they did.
That's awesome.
And I'm like, they did, but it's not 7 out of 10 to me. It's like a 9 out of 10 for me, just on hitting that vibe perfectly. Small open world kind of collectathon, with a K truck that can go in water and fly eventually, and have jetpacks on it, and I don't know, and you can shoot a severed pinky mascot at things.
That's crazy.
You know, it's just a crazy game. It's absurd. Like I said, it stuck with me. It's incredibly well polished. It feels really good to play. Like the actual like driving around and doing all the collecting, it just feels really good. Like how Mario 64 just feels good to run around.
Mm-hmm.
Like most Mario games, like this game just feels really good to drive around. It just has great game feel. And they put out an update, which I need to go back and play, where you can hop the K-Truck onto like railing and grind rails.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I'm like, of course.
What team is this together? What team is?
It's called Kaizen GameWorks. Paradise Killer is the only game they've done before this.
Paradise Killer. That's right.
Which also had great game feel. Very Quake 2 FPS game feel kind of going on. But it wasn't really an FPS. It was more of a detective story. It's a very bizarre game. They make weird games, but yeah, Promise Mascot Agency is their second game. I think it's taken them about 4 or 5 years to make it. So,
oh well.
Yeah, highly recommend that one. It's just a fun, silly game. Not overly long. How long did I play it? It's like 17 hours for me to 100% it on Steam.
Okay. Not unreasonable.
No, it was a really good time. Yeah, I love it. It's absurd and it's great. But that's gonna probably be on my list somewhere. I don't think it'll be high, but Dark Horse coming in there needs to. Those games that just stick with you.
Well, speaking of games that stick with you, or at least that you play all the time, I gotta give a shout out at least to Mario Kart World.
Oh, I'm sure.
I really enjoy the open world stuff they put into it. But I think the main standout is the Knockout Tour. We've played that so much. It just never gets old. It's so fun to they've turned a Mario Kart into a bit of a battle royale smartly. It just plays well. Like 60 FPS Mario Kart is great. In 4K, it looks beautiful. Tons of characters, tons of costumes. I'm hoping they do DLC like they did for 8. I'm sure they will.
Right?
I'm sure they eventually will. They did for 8.
Yeah.
And a lot of copies of Mario Kart World it's an $80 game. They sold most of them for $50 because they bundled them with the Switch too. So really, that wasn't really an $80 game.
Yeah.
But I think Mario Kart World is probably the game I played the most this year. We play it all the time. And my wife and my daughter play it without me a lot.
Nice.
So yeah, it's really cool. Although my daughter right now is 100%ing Kirby and the Forgotten Lands. She is like way back into it. Yeah, it's really cool. She getting all the blueprints and getting all the abilities and unlocking everything and getting every secret level. And it's like, you know that you're 100%ing this, right? She's like, yeah, just like Beard Bear, which is her YouTuber of choice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Does she have a Kirby plush or anything?
No, she has some Kirby plushes, and she has a Meta Knight amiibo, but no Kirby plush.
Kirby.
I did buy her from Play Asia. There was somewhere in the game you can swallow a fan and then you can shoot air out of it, so you have a big wide mouth. So they made that, but instead of a fan, they put a mirror in it. So she has that on her bedside table.
Of course they did.
Yeah. And then she changed her Alarmo, her Alarmo has been Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild since she got the Alarmo. Well, let me take that back. Since I got the Alarmo and she stole it from me.
Okay.
I made it very clear, this is my Alarmo. She's like, okay, Daddy, can I borrow it for tonight? Sure. Yeah, you can use it tonight. And then I never got it back.
Yeah, we know how that goes.
Yeah. But she just switched to Kirby and the Forgotten Lands. So she's listening to Kirby stuff now for her alarm. So yeah, she's obsessed. Which is cool to see. It's really cool to see, to be honest. Because there was a while there where I was like, oh, we're not playing video games anymore. Okay. But no, she's back with a vengeance, and she is so excited for Age of Imprisonment coming out in just a couple weeks.
Oh, I'm sure.
So
I hope, crossing fingers on that one. Hope it's just at least as good as the last one, if not better. Like, if they continuing the trend from Hyrule Warriors on, they're getting better each time.
They're getting better.
So,
and being on Switch 2, the problem with the last one was how rough it ran, but the rest of it was really good. Although a little fucking hard. Jesus Christ. Tone it down a little bit, folks. Good Lord. But being on the Switch 2, I just have such high hopes. I know I counterpicked it on Fantasy Critic, and they're suggesting it's only going to get a 74, but that's insane.
I don't think. Well, they're pre.
Their guesses are always
guesses are like, I don't know how those get determined.
It's weird, terrible guessing.
What did Age of Calamity get?
Oh, in the 70s. So they're based
79. Age of Calamity was 79.
This is not going to be worse than that one. So
no, it's probably going to be mid 80s is my thought.
I think mid 80s as well. Yeah, which would be awesome. That would be over the moon for that.
Yeah. Oh, my daughter will be very excited when I get a Switch 2 and play that one. Yeah, I'm just looking at the rest of my list of things that have come out. I mean, I want to play more Ghost of Yotei. It's really, I think, better than Tsushima.
I think Tsushima was 86, and this is 87,
like just a little bit better.
Yeah.
But there's some people I know, like coworkers I highly respect, who have finished it, and they're like, "Oh, it's really good." In the end, like just getting through the end and stuff, they really enjoyed it.
That's cool.
Playing it on the PS5, it's just like the opening and stuff on the PS5, and getting the title card and like the first Vista view after like the tutorial on a 4K OLED. Holy shit!
Oh, nice.
It looks so good.
Really cool.
I'm really looking forward to just being like having time to really spend with that one, because I could see that being in some of my favorite of the year. Is there other stuff coming out that hasn't? I mean, there's Metroid Prime 4 potentially. I feel like that's a wild card. I have no clue what that game's going to be like, except that it has a motorcycle. And again, it'll be in my top 5 if that motorcycle can be an armor upgrade.
That would be great.
If it's not, cool. We're throwing this game
Missed opportunity. Throw in the trash.
Completely. That motorcycle needs to transform and like attach to Samus's suit and just be a big giant, like powerful suit.
There's no way that's not happening. It just seems like so possible.
It should. But there's that Octopath Traveler 0. I'm excited for.
Yeah.
I don't know if that'll be a game of the year. I really enjoyed Octopath Traveler 2 though. So we'll see.
A game that just came out that's low 80s, but I think it's a game that I would love. I'm going to check out before the end of the year, which is Keeper. It's like a 3 to 4 hour game on Xbox that people that I like are really liking it, and those who aren't liking it for things that don't bother me. So I'm interested in Keeper. It's a weird Double Fine game, and that sounds pretty awesome. So that one's on my radar, and then Luminous Arise, which comes out.
Sure.
When does that come out? November. Oh, Jesus Christ! Beginning of November. I'm almost certain this is going to be a VR game. I guess I should look that up. But if it is, Tetris Effect VR was. Ooh, my God. Luminous Arise VR? Question mark. Let's see here. We want to stay true to Luminous Rise. Will launch with optional VR support on PlayStation 5.
There you go.
Perfect. PSVR 2 and Steam on supported headsets. Okay, well, there you go. So it looks like that's going to be at launch. So that's going to be a fucking transcendent experience if it's anything like Tetris Effect. So that's still on. And then I already said Absalom, and then Shinobi if I get a chance to get to it.
Yeah.
My gaming budget is slowly dwindling. I've got $95 left of my gaming budget for the year, so we'll have to be judicious
with your choices here.
And it just goes further with fucking indie games. Although I do have 3 months of Game Pass that I haven't. I bought like a 2-pack at Costco, and I used one earlier in the year, and I've saved the other one. So I'm gonna pop that towards the end of the year, and if there's a couple of these new ones are on Game Pass, then I'll be able to check them out. But that's where I'll play Keeper.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I didn't realize it was that short of a game, but
yeah, it's 3 to 4 hours. Some people play 8 hours, but they were collecting everything. Okay. So I should be able to get through that for the end of the year.
Double Fine, why not? What are the credits on that? Who's the Lee Petty and Double Fine Productions? I want to know who the team is on Double Fine working on that one.
Yeah, I got a 9 out of 10 from IGN.
Yeah.
Eurogamer 5 out of 5. Yeah, GameSpot 9 out of 10. So the places that I like the reviews have been pretty good.
Oh my god. I was reading these thoughts led to the concept of a post-humanity game world to expand upon. Expanding the world, Petty was inspired by surreal artists Max Ernst and Salvador Dali and films such as The Dark Crystal and Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind.
There you go.
There I go. You mentioned Nausicaa. I got to play it now. Interesting.
Yeah, I'm really interested in this as a unique sort of game. I'm enjoying games that respect my time, even though I played fucking FFT. That was a special case.
FFT even respects your time. It gives you plenty of. You can take that in bite size. Like, I'm just going to play a battle and put it down.
That's true.
It just is the ceiling is just very high on the amount of time you can spend on it.
Clearly, no, I never saw you in high school. Just kidding.
Yeah, it's not. Why did I go home for lunch every day? What was I doing? I can eat some food and squeeze in a battle. Yeah. Why not? But yeah, there's a lot of good stuff. But I think we were talking about before. I think for the most part, indies are just winning this year. Like they're just high quality indies have come out. And maybe that's just the thing. Like every year is going to have high quality indies now. There's just so many coming out now.
It's such an antidote to the concerns about price. $80 games and Xbox raising its prices on everything or whatever else. Like these indie games that have come out have been essential games for the year, better than any AAA basically that I've played, and at a fraction of the price. Yeah,
they all float usually between $20 to $30.
Yeah, right.
Somewhere in there.
Clair Obscur was $50, but for the most part, you're right.
Clair Obscur is a little bit of an outlier there. It's a little bit of an outlier as an indie game overall.
Right. No, only 33 people made it, Anthony.
I mean, sure, its budget is way bigger than any of these games we've talked about. Like, I would love to see I would love to see let's compare the budget of Blueprints and Clair Obscur.
Oh my god.
Magnitudes difference there. So there's a difference. It's one of the reasons even when I say System Era, what we're like Starseeker making, I guess we're under Devolver now, because we're probably not indie at all anymore. But there is a thing where I'm like, even if we weren't, I would have a hard time calling Starseeker purely indie at all anymore. It's I don't know. There's a lot of, since I'm doing the judging for IGF, there's a lot of conversation of what is indie. There's a very much meat. Maybe, I don't know. It's hard to say. There's been a couple games there that are published by some pretty big people, and you're like, well, the team that made it is really small. It just is being published by it got picked up by a big publisher, not one of the main, not EA or Microsoft, Sony, any of that. But still, a publisher was like, hey, we want to do this.
That's how I feel about Keeper, where Keeper feels like an indie vibe game, but obviously it's a fucking Microsoft game, so it's not.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's vibes, even though
there's a vibe. It is like, what's the indie spirit kind of thing. Exactly. we talk about like Ball Pit. Is Devolver's Ball Pit indie? Ball Pit seems indie.
I feel like Ball Pit's indie.
But it's being published by Devolver.
I know, but I also think of Devolver as indie, which is weird.
I know, but they're just a big publisher of a bunch of small games.
Yep. Yeah, because like indie means like small game, or does indie mean like art style, or does who the fuck knows?
Yeah, who knows? It's a vibe. It would say it's not a black and white line. It's very fuzzy.
For sure. One game I forgot to talk about that will be in my top 5 somewhere is Split Fiction.
Oh,
Split Fiction was such an incredible experience to play co-op with Kartik. Like I couldn't wait to get back to it. The puzzles were always evolving and so different, and the side stories you found were even different than the worlds that you were in, where you found the side stories. And then the final level just morphed everything in a new way. And it's just like, how does this game even work? Like, how did they fucking think of this? It's incredible. This top 5 for sure. Man, I think last year we went back to a top 10, if I remember correctly.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe we might need to.
I have to put all the list. I'll just need to list out how many I have, and I feel like would 10 include everything? Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, it depends on if you want to give props. In a list of 10, or leave some off and just do a list of 5. One game that I think of that is not going to make my top 5, but may make my top 10 is Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Sure,
it's just a really good Assassin's Creed game, but it's also more Assassin's Creed. Like, there's nothing about it that makes it like stand up like Odyssey did. But it's gorgeous. It's the story's pretty good. The mechanics are great. Like it does nothing wrong. It's not offensive in any way, but also it doesn't do anything new.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Yote coming out later in the year might steal its lunch. Who knows?
Yeah. I was looking. Open Critics list right now. The 2025 Hall of Fame. Hades 2 at 90 is an average of 94.
Yep.
Claire Obscure, average 92. Donkey Kong Bonanza, 91. Hollow Knight Silksong, 91. Split Fiction, 91. That weird Shujinko game.
Oh, yeah, sure.
We'll just ignore that thing. It has very few, and it's actually not reviewing that amazingly with Western. I don't know. It's weird.
Mm-hmm.
But I will not count that one right now. Trails in the Sky first chapter at 90.
90, yeah.
Blueprints at 90. Death Stranding 2 at 90. Monster Hunter Wilds at 89. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 at 89. And then Keep Driving at 89.
I don't know what the hell that is.
It's a little indie thing.
Huh.
It's got a bunch of reviews. It's got 22 reviews from...
Missed that one this year.
Yeah, I don't know when did it come out. February 6th. So in the middle of all sorts of other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like a pixel indie game about going on a road trip and keep driving.
Wow. Did not hear that one at all this year.
No, but it reviewed really well. Art seems actually pretty cool.
I'm going to check it out right now. Yeah, it's quite a year. I mean, our Final Fantasy, Jesus Christ, Fantasy Critic has been staying fairly, back and forth, and
Yeah, you got Silksong. Just
it
finally happened.
But I also counterpicked Claire Obscure and
that's true.
Ball Pit like a dummy.
I
forgot about Baby Steps. I forgot to pick up Baby Steps. Shit, I was gonna pick it up on payday, and I fucking totally forgot. That's a weird one that looks interesting.
Yeah. It's kind of divisive, but as expected because of the gameplay and stuff. But another Devolver published one. There is a point in there. It's just hilarious. There's a gag with the mini map. Like, there isn't a mini map, but then you're walking, and this guy's like, "Here, take a map," and the map gets to the main character's hands, and the mini map appears in the HUD. And he's like, "I don't need a map," and he hands it back, and the mini map goes away.
Oh my god! And you can't keep it; you just give it away.
No, the dude's just the dude is just such a no, I'm not having help from anybody. No one. Yep. Someone explained it. It's like the main character is the guy that will never ask for directions.
Yep, totally.
But it was like the visual gag of the mini map, like a full functional mini map appearing and then going away. You're like, God damn it. Yeah, I need to play a little bit more of that one. Yeah, it's a good year overall though. Curious how this like plays out next year, because I still feel like there'll be a ton of really good indies next year. Just because the pure amount of quality indie games that are being made means that every year is just full of these.
Oh yeah, I mean there are going to be a ton of. I mean, my favorite indie game of the year next year, I probably haven't even heard of yet.
Yeah.
I mean, the only reason I heard about Blueprints is because I podcast with you and you kept talking about it. I was like, oh, that sounds fucking nerdy. Okay, bud.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh my God, this game's incredible. I'm such a moron.
It is nerdy as hell.
Yeah.
What is already? Yeah, indie stuff doesn't really get talked about too early is the thing.
Right.
You know, there's just that small indie game called Grand Theft Auto 6 coming out next year, in theory.
In theory.
There are rumors that could be pushed to the fall of 2026. Yeah. I've seen like one or two, and I'm like, is that true? And at this point, Rockstar will do what the hell they want to do. So
it would not surprise me.
Yeah, there's like, more time. It's fine. And then everyone that tried to get out of its way around May is just going to be like, damn it. It moved right back on top of us.
Yep, exactly. Everyone trying to get out of the way.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's a good point to go, like, what have you been playing, though? Silksong. You mentioned Silksong.
Yeah, just a little Silksong. Just doing this. I forgot what the boss's name is. Widow, I think, is possibly the name. It's just like, it's insane. There's just so much shit happening on screen. You have to like avoid all of it, and then you get through the first phase, and the second phase is the same thing, but double time, like way faster. And it's like, wow, this is absolutely insane. So been playing that. Honestly, this week I haven't been playing much. I've been doing a bunch of doc school work, getting caught up on that, and then I've been reading like a motherfucker, man. I've read like 4 books this week.
Nice.
I am like so deeply back into reading. I've missed it since I haven't read this much since COVID started. Like once COVID hit, my reading tanked. And then just having COVID after I finished a couple of the games that I played, I just picked up a book. My daughter had made a comment that like I don't read the books on my floating shelf on the wall, and I was like, she's right. God damn it. So I started picking up books off that shelf, and I've already gotten through 4 of them. And just really has changed my chemistry, my brain chemistry, in a very good way. Very good way. I'm so happy right now. So I'm deeply into reading. Kind of doing the same thing that I do with any media, where like I finish something that I'm in love with and I have to start something immediately. But I did, and you will appreciate this. You will love this. I did have a little bit of time to play my PS5 because I've been, up sequestered in my room for fucking 2 weeks. So I'm finally out and healthy. I'm like, I haven't played my PS5 in forever. Analysis paralysis. Just fucking pick the first game on the fucking slider. All right, I'm gonna play. I'm blanking on the name now. It's the character artist for Final Fantasy that moved over to Cygames, and it's the Relink Fantasy Blue.
Oh yeah, Grand Blue Fantasy.
Thank you. I'm like getting the words in the wrong order. Yoshitaka.
Why am I now? My brain is breaking on
Anthony is looking up the name that he's forgotten.
Yeah, because my brain is farting. And Akihiko Yoshida.
Yes, there we go.
He is head of whatever their division. They basically have an art division at Cygames, or the parent company of Cygames has a Psy designation, I believe, is the art branch, and they do art for all the Cygames stuff, but plenty of other companies as well. Like they contract out. But he's been there for quite a while. But yeah, he did all the stuff for Grand Blue Fantasy Relink, as well, like character designs.
So the character designs are great. So I picked back up. I'm halfway through the game now, and I'm just like, wow, this is really all of a sudden tough. Like, I think that the challenge has gotten harder. The enemies are getting harder. There's, I don't know what's going on. Wait a second. Is there a menu that I should be spending things on? I open up the menu, and I swear to God, Anthony, I've been racking up fucking stat points since the beginning of the game that I've spent on nothing. I didn't even know the menu existed. I had 150 points to spend, and there's this fucking tree, right, where like increase health, increase damage, new abilities, and so I just like just spent a bunch of points and fucking got all this cool shit. And I'm like, oh, that's where all my moves are. I was wondering why I only had the same 3 moves and why my damage just sucked. I didn't know there was a menu that I could up my skill tree because I'm an idiot. I suck at fucking, I have menu blindness, I think is what you called it.
Yes, it is.
As soon as I did that, man, I was all of a sudden kicking ass. Like, okay, got it.
Some people have text blindness in games. You have menu blindness.
Jesus Christ. As soon as I saw it, I was like, oh my God, I can't wait to tell Anthony. I'm going to wait for the podcast. Ugh.
I should get back to that game. I
It's
have it.
fun.
I know.
It's really good. Like, oh my God, I've gotten through, I think there's 10 chapters. I'm through 5 right now. I'm like, the story is good. The way that the battle system works is good. The way the characters talk to each other is good. The character designs are good. It's not like a story that's going to like the most profound thing ever, but it serves its purpose. And I really like it. I'm like, oh, this is a nice, like, it's not Final Fantasy. It's something different. But it's like an RPG, a different RPG with a different battle system. That's really interesting. And yeah, I don't know. I'm going to keep plugging away. I'll be done with it before the end of the year. But I think that game came out last year, so it's not a game that is going to be on our list.
Yeah, it came out. Yeah, it was 2024
or something like that.
Yeah, It was like it was really early.
Yeah,
and I didn't get it until later in the year because it went on like really good sale.
Yeah, that's when I got it too.
And I was like, okay, why not? It's worth that price. Yeah, it's another one that's just on my shelf that's like, I should play this. But I need to like not play things like Ball Pit for however long I played Ball Pit.
Oh, I'd love to hear what you think of it.
It's real addicting.
Okay.
I played it for 8.5 hours this week.
Oh, God damn. Okay.
It's real addicting. I got only 12 achievements, but there is... it is a more active survivors game, really, when it comes down to it. Because it is like a vampire survivors-esque thing. It's breakout. Like, you're shooting balls down a thing at enemies. Like, that's your ability, and you can manually shoot the balls, or you can just press F on a keyboard or middle mouse button, and then you just auto fire all the balls you have as you collect them, and they just come back out. Which is how I tend to play. So it's a lot of just move around, angle your shots, get up behind, like do all the normal breakout things, try to get the break enemies in the right way so that your balls can bounce farther up behind enemies and like do a bunch of damage behind and come back. Which is a ton of fun. Breakout's actually a fun game if you didn't know. Stood the test of time, I'll be honest.
Yeah, it's a great concept that has not fallen.
And this game just takes out the thing of like, oh, if you miss collecting your balls, like you lose. It's like, no, they just hit the bottom of the screen and then they come back to you. If you collect the balls as they bounce back, you can fire them faster though. So that's your benefit for having some level of skill and trying to like collect them. Mm-hmm. You just don't have to wait as long to shoot. But why I say it's more active than Vampire Survivors is that the enemy design starts getting a little bullet helly as you get further in. Like, you're doing a lot of moving to like move your characters around, dodging bullets, dodging like telegraphs of damage areas on the ground. And even 8.5 hours, there's still so much content more to unlock. I'm like, I don't know how big this game is, but I could definitely see it at least being like another 8 to 10 hours before I've like unlocked every power up I could get, every character. I think I still have 8 or 9 characters to unlock, and I've already unlocked.
And they all have different abilities, basically.
Yes, they do.
Yeah. Oh wow, that's cool.
This game just has and it's very easy to just do. Well, just one more run. Just one more run. Let's go. And then the town building aspect of it is how do I even explain this? So a lot of your upgrades are buildings that you place down in a grid on a town, like in this overworld town that you're building, and you expand your area so you can have more room. But how you collect things and build things is you place a building down, like I want to build this building, which unlocks this character. Cool. This is where I want it. You're free to rearrange, but I'm putting it here. It comes in under construction. Now, to make it not under construction is you don't play a breakout game, but every time you come back from a run, all the characters you've unlocked, you like basically play a game of like, I'm trying to even think, Ricochet effectively or anything like that. You just like choose a trajectory from the bottom edge of the town, and you shoot them into your town, and you want them to bounce off your fields and what's under construction to build the buildings, to collect resources, and they bounce around for however many seconds. I think default starts at like 5 seconds, and I'm up to like 10 seconds at this point. And they bounce around and collect things for you and build buildings. And that's how you do your meta progression. So even there is like all this physics-based thing. And you're free to rearrange things. So now I've made like this corridor that I fire them down, and they just bounce back and forth between the walls, like flowing through all my areas, just building buildings, collecting as they go. It's very strange, but that's also one of the addicting things. You do that and it builds a building for you or upgrades a thing, and you're like, well, I want to go play again and see what that did. It's a neat game. I see why it's reviewing so well overall.
Well, you just convinced me.
And I got it for free. So
I know. Yeah. That's awesome.
It's just Devolver, and it's just there.
I just picked up Ball Pit and Baby Steps.
Nice.
So I will be playing those before the end of the year.
Nice. So Ball Pit is fun. It's there's no real story as far as I can tell or anything like that. It's literally just a like, hey, this is a fun breakout thing. Mechanics driven. Music's really good. Yeah, it's a nice little addicting thing. Yeah, I think as far as I know, like people are kind of really discovering it a lot more. I think it's doing pretty well. Overwhelmingly positive on Steam, 96% positive right now. So
yeah, word of mouth on this game has been really good. Like,
yeah, because
all my friends on here are playing it. I see you playing it. I see Daniel playing it. Yeah, Jesus.
Yeah, it's just fun. Sometimes it's nice to have a game. It's like, yeah, it's just fun, just pure fun.
Exactly.
I have played a bunch of other stuff, but I can't really talk about it.
Sure.
Because there's one game I have put probably like 5 or 6 hours in for IGF judging that I don't get to talk about for a couple more weeks. But I have opinions, so that'll be fun when that comes out, but I'm not allowed to talk about it yet based on their entry saying, hey, you can't talk about it until some specific date. So I won't, but I've been playing a number of other little miscellaneous things through IGF judging, and there's some bizarre indie games out there, and I kind of love it. So I will talk about those when I can.
Yeah, for sure.
But that's for the most part what I played. I've been doing a bit more with tactics, a battle here and there, because I'm grinding out trophies. And there's a trophy for every job.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's insane.
20 trophies associated, one for each job, and I'm doing the poaching one. I need 3 more items. I need to trade in It's not do trade a carcass for an item you can't get from a shop 10 times. It's do 10 unique items you can't get from shops.
Right.
I've done 7 unique. I need 3 more unique items. I just don't have those monsters yet. So
are there only 10 in the game, or are there more than 10?
No,
But you just need
more
10
than
for
that.
the... Okay.
You only need 10 for the trophy. I think there's like closer to like 15, 20 somewhere in there.
Oh, okay.
So it's not it's not a trophy of in do every single one, but you do have to engage with a system that you don't even have to touch playing the game. But yeah, no, that's kind of been my time. I've been really enjoying my Steam Deck a lot.
Yeah, man. I've been playing a ton.
I've been playing a lot on the Steam Deck. A lot of the IGF judging games actually run on the Steam Deck, and it's really great to just lay on my couch and just play a lot of these indie games on the Steam Deck. But that's mostly about what I've been doing. Internally, I've been playing a lot of Starseeker myself. This has been a game of just actually a week of play for a lot of the studio, which I can say. We called it mini play week, and I've played during work hours, but I also put in a couple hours here and there at night. It's just playing my game, trying to play it as a player and see how it feels, and taking a lot of notes. So that's fun.
You get a lot of good notes, I'm sure. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, everyone is. We got a lot of good notes. Just nothing drastic. It's just a lot of small stuff and a lot of stuff I can change.
Throw it away.
Yeah, please no. No.
I got a better idea. Let's do this.
I know we always showed this to public. Yeah, just get rid of it though. It doesn't matter.
Canceled.
No, nothing like that. Yeah. But yeah, that's been my week.
Well, sounds like a good week.
Yeah.
It's been a great week here too. Cool. Well, if you like our podcast, please rate it on your podcast service of choice. Tell a friend. Let us know in review how you think about our podcast. We'll read it on the air, and we'll be back next week, where I think Anthony had a great idea. Our top games from the lifetime of our podcast. That would be pretty cool. Maybe like our favorite. I would say our favorite game from each year, but we did that already. We've done game of the year, but just thinking back, like our favorite games from the life of the podcast.
About 10 years. Yeah, about a decade. The past from now. So
2015. Witcher 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man. All right. Well, that sounds good. Well, thanks everyone for listening. We'll see you next week.
Later, everyone.